Jill with Angel Creations. Welcome back to my craft room. I have a cute idea in mind today. We'll see how it goes. We are going to be using one of these little shadow boxes from the Dollar Tree, and it actually says start each day with a grateful heart, and we're going to leave that right on there. And we're going to be using some of the wood stems from the Dollar Tree, a pack of burlap paper. I got this at a Dollar Tree in Tennessee when I was there for last Christmas, but I've never seen it in our Dollar Tree. Sorry, I don't know. Somebody might have it though, but you can use scrapbook paper and whatever. Then I'm going to be using some of these cupcake picks. I have 2 pumpkins. I probably won't use all of them though, and some acorns and maybe some foliage. And I might paint it, I might not. I'm gonna look and see what the what it looks like for wood after we take this plastic covering off. So happy Monday, everyone. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. I know I'm having a great day. I had this in mind and I just thought, let's get on here and do it. So now I am going to have to deconstruct this. Just looking for the best tool to maybe use here. I do have to deconstruct this sign, so I'm hoping it won't be too hard. Nope, it just came right off the backing. So now we have this piece. So I am going to put that aside, and this is what we are left with. And it says start each day with a grateful heart, and it's really, really cute. So I'm looking to see if this frame will take some paint. Sometimes they have a coating on them, so let me give this a little sanding and see, because if it won't take paint, I'm happy to leave it alone. I'm happy to leave it white, but let me just see, maybe in the back here. Oh, I think that'll do fine. We're gonna go ahead and give this a quick zhuzhing up with the sanding block, and then I'm gonna come back and we will give this just a quick little paint. Okay, that I think now is sanded up nicely. Let's just get the dust off of it. You know, some of these pieces from the Dollar Tree have more of a veneer on them, which is kind of like almost a vinyl paper, almost, if you will, and you can't paint that well. Now, the backing does have some big spikes in it here from holding where it held in the frame, so I'm just gonna take a pair of pliers and hopefully work those right out of there, because we don't want those. We'll glue this back in when we are done. So let's just throw that away. I don't need to cut myself while I'm crafting with that. All right, now we are left with this little piece though that is sticking up, and we don't want that. We want this smooth. So I'm gonna try to take it off. If it doesn't come off nice and easy, which it looks like it might, it did, it popped right off. I'm gonna throw that away. And now I am going to put some hot glue down, take a piece of my burlap paper. I really wished that when I found this in, yeah, we can go from the beginning. When I found this in Tennessee, I was so excited, and I couldn't wait to come home and see this at my Dollar Tree. And I've never ever seen it. I've never ever seen anybody haul it. I don't know. So I'm not sure it's even available at the Dollar Tree. So we are just gonna hot glue this right on. It might have been one of those, you know how you get things from the Dollar Tree that don't really belong at the Dollar Tree. Like one time they had the Cake Boss. Sometimes you get odds and end lots. Sometimes, especially with the scrapbooking, there was a girl, I'm not a big scrapbooker, I can't remember, forgive me, her name was Heidi something, I think. So you know, sometimes you get lucky and you get things like that. So that's what I think is the case of my burlap paper here. And that's exactly what it is, paper on the back. I don't think it's sticky paper. Wouldn't that be funny if all this time this was peel and stick? Let's check that out. No, I don't think so. So we're gluing it on, and then we're gonna just cut off the excess. As easy as that, because we need this to fit right back in the frame. Whoopsie. Can't follow a straight line, Jill. Alright, so now that we have that all cut out, our words will show up much nicer, I think. So here, let's look at that. Get the light out. And now the fun begins. We are going to take our little picks. Now, when these came out for, put that over there for a minute. When these cupcake picks came out for Valentine's Day, they came off the little sticks. So I'll probably use all of those. They came off the little picks really, really easy. I don't know if that's going to be the case again. Yeah, they come right off. So I'm just going to, I'll save my sticks, but I'm just going to pop these pumpkins right off the stick. And I've got quite a few to do here. You get 20 pieces in a pack. So I'll get those off the sticks and we'll be right back. Okay, so I took the whole bag of 20 pumpkins off their stems and about half of the bag of acorns. I don't want quite as many acorns as I do pumpkins. So I just have these sitting in a little coffee filter here. I am going to zhuzh up the frame here just a little bit by mixing a couple of colors of paint. And really, it doesn't have to be a full coverage. We're gonna do some antique wax over it anyway, but I am going to mix a couple of colors just to get a better pumpkin color, if that makes any sense. I don't really have, I need to get some Waverly pumpkin. That needs to go on my Alexa list. All right, so I'm just gonna give it a little bit of orange, and we might have to go back, we'll see, and do another coat. I'm just trying not to get it on the glass here in the front, and that way I don't have any cleanup. But it definitely looks like we're probably gonna have to do a couple of coats, even though we plan on adding some wax that will darken it a little bit too. Let me just do this side, and then I'm going to put this video on pause and paint the rest of my little wooden frame up, but you get the idea, so we'll be right back. Okay, now comes more fun part. Let's take some antique Waverly wax. Now that we have 2 coats of our little pumpkin color that we mixed here, let's just take a little antique Waverly wax and a paper towel, and we're going to just dry brush a little bit of this onto our frame, just, you know, to weather it up a little bit. And if we get any on our glass, we'll just quickly go over that with some alcohol, or some, don't use acetone, whatever you do to clean up your glass. You will take the writing right off your glass, so don't do that. So alcohol or Windex to clean it up will do fine. All right, we're just rubbing up all 4 sides. And I think what I'll do after this is go ahead and put some of that Kiln's dark wax on it too, just for fun's sake. I love that stuff, and it's really, it gives me a lot of control, so I think I'll go back and do in the corners with that. Put a little bit more on my brush here. All right. Then, let me see the front. I need to put a little bit more on my little sides. And then I'm just going to take my paper towel here and rub that. This is one time that I'm really not going with the grain because I don't know, it's too small to do that. So I'm going to take this Kilns dark wax and put just a little bit on my corners. And you can see now, this is Antique Waverly wax. This is the Kilns. It's like the same color. And I'm just going to come in on my corners a little darker, top and bottom. Because, you know, that's where I feel like it would get worn the most. Do one more dab of that down here. Darkening up those corners. See, I don't know if you can tell. It's hard to tell. I'm going to give you a good close-up in the picture at the end. Alright. There you go. That's going to do it for our pumpkin. If you haven't figured out, oh, I just stuck my cover in there. Right into my wax. Let's fix that before we go any further. We don't want that to become a big future mess. Alright, now I need to just take a moment to wipe my little hands, my paws, my grubby little paws off, because the fun part coming up, we are going to fill this little pumpkin up with our pumpkins and acorns, if you haven't already figured that out. So let's just tip this over. Here, we'll tip it over right on this. And now I'm just gonna clean the inside just because we've been touching it a lot. So hopefully that'll be clean enough. Alright, and now it comes the fun part. We're gonna put our little pumpkin pieces and our little acorn pieces into our frame, just kind of like you would do with confetti. And then we're going to take, making sure that we have the top of our sign, we are going to just put our burlap backing right on. And now we have to glue this on because we had to pop some nails off of it, remember? So we don't have those nails. So I think a couple of sides should be sufficient, but we'll do all four corners for sure. Well, we'll just run a bead all the way down. Top and bottom. What is it gonna hurt, right? Alright, so now, as soon as this gives a good little set, I will flip it up and we're gonna make a little pumpkin trunk. Okay, you know me, I'm a little impatient, so I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna show you before. Oh my god, this is so cute. I'm not sure if it's dry in the back yet, but this is what we have. See, our little pieces in there. But I want to give it a little sanding. You know how I am. I like my things sanded just a little bit, and I hate to do it, but I like the effects of it. So I'm just doing my corners just a little bit and the edges just a little bit. All right. Okay, we'll put that away. Now, I went through my little bag of stems, wooden stems, and I found this cute little one that had a little, I don't know, it looks like a tendril, kind of, like a pumpkin one. So we're just going to go with that. So we're going to just we're going to hot glue that, oh my gosh, right on the middle of our pumpkin. So we're just going to use hot glue. Feel free to use a mixture of glues if you want this to, yeah, I think we'll get through the season with this fine with hot glue. So I'm going to stick to hot glue. So then we have a stem on our pumpkin. So now we're just going to zhuzh it up a little bit with some flowers and a couple of leaves, and maybe not flowers. I haven't decided yet. So I want to use one of each of these colors, which are the green, orange, red, and yellow. So I'm separating, and these are all from the Dollar Tree. So I'm separating all those, and I just clipped them to keep them all nice and neat. And so we have our stem, but I think I might have to cut my leaf a little bit smaller. I'm going to glue that first red one right down here in the corner. Just because we want a little of this red showing in our bunch. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my little orange leaf. Because you know why? I'm going to do that one down here, I think. I don't want to take away from the little stem's tendril. So let's just start gluing these leaves on. Like so. Oh, I have 2 leaves here. 2 layers. I'm only gluing one though. Alright. And now I'm going to put the yellow. I think I'm going to cut the yellow leaf too. Right off at the bottom there. And I might even cut this, well, no, we'll just go with that. I'm going to glue that yellow leaf right on between the green and the red. Still showing my little tendril over here. Oh, that's hot. I'm going to put another green leaf. This looks like a mess right now, but I'm going to put another green leaf in the back of my stem. And now we're going to finish up with our big orange piece. I'm going to cut this yellow right off here. And I am going to put my my orange stem on right on the top of the whole pile. And the reason I did that is simple. It's just because the orange leaf seems to have so much more, what is the word I'm looking for? It has veins in it. It looks a little more realistic. So because we have pumpkins and acorns, I thought we would glue an acorn onto the top, maybe even a little pumpkin. But these little acorns come from the Dollar Tree, and or you could go out in your yard and pick some up. But I was thinking of doing some flowers, but I don't want to overdo it. So I'm going to put this little acorn here, and then we're going to just glue maybe a little pumpkin too. So I'm just going to add glue to my little acorn. And I'm just going to position that right here at the bottom of my little leaf arrangement. And we're just going to top this off with a little pumpkin. And this is going to be so cute. It can be sitting on a stand, or it can hang as the original picture did. Let's get a little pumpkin. And I glue a little pumpkin. That's not a very good pumpkin. Take a little pumpkin and glue that right there too. I'm going to glue my acorn down just a little bit more because it's popping out. So I'm just going to wrap a little bit of glue there and hold him down. Just where I want it. Because I just like seeing this little, I'm calling it a tendril. Is that the right name for a pumpkin stem? Those twists, you know, those little twists. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so cute if I do say so myself. Look at this. Let me just put a little glue here. I'm just adding a little glue here and a little glue there just to make sure that things are sitting exactly where I want them. Just like you would be doing at home if you were doing this craft. I just want to push my acorn. I'm a little bit, what's the word? I'll say particular, for lack of better words. But, ouch. I just want it just so. So I'm holding my pumpkin and acorn together. I want them touching. And then this is a finished product. It is so cute. It's just exactly what I was thinking. Here is a picture of the close-up for you. Here is a picture of the back, the sides. It is just adorbs. It's got all those little floating pieces inside, and it says start each day with a grateful heart. Amen to that, right? Is that just the cutest little pumpkin you ever did see? Now you can hang this, but I think I'm just gonna put it down like this and have it sitting. But you can do whatever you want. You can hang it. You could put a hanger on it. You could use beads in here instead of these little cupcake picks. You could use buttons. Buttons would be cute. Little tiny pom-poms also would be cute. Little beads. Really, sky is the limit. I just knew when I saw those cupcake little picks that I was going to do this with it. So I was lucky enough to find a little frame at the Dollar Tree, and this is what we created. All right, everybody. Well, this is a great time for you to give me a thumbs up. You know, sharing is caring, so go ahead and share this video with all your friends, family, and social media. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really does help my channel grow. It won't cost you anything. Nobody will bother you for anything. It just tells the YouTube that you like the content that I'm creating. And until the next time that we see each other, which should be tomorrow. So tomorrow is Tree Haul Tuesday. Had to think what today was for a moment. All right, everybody, until I see you again, be good and do good. Bye now. Thanks for watching.